All right, let's get right into it. If you're writing code today the same way you were just a couple of years ago, you need to listen up. We're about to break down the top 5 AI tools that every single developer, no exceptions, has to be using in 2025. And these aren't just little helpers, okay? These are full-on development accelerators.
So I have to ask you, and be honest with yourself, are you already behind? Because the speed of this change is it's insane. And the line between a good developer and a truly great one, it's being redrawn by the very tools we're about to talk about.
Because look, the promise here isn't some small 5% improvement. No, we are talking about a legit 10x boost to your coding speed. We're talking about supercharging your productivity in ways you probably can't even imagine yet. So let's get into it.
First up, a name we all know, but it has evolved so much. ChatGPT 5.1. It's not a chatbot anymore. You have to start thinking of it as an AI senior engineer that's basically on your team. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. It's like having a top-tier expert, someone with years of experience, on call for you 24/7. Got a crazy idea for a new feature at 2 in the morning? It's there. Stuck on a bizarre bug on a weekend? It's there. It is a true coding partner. And what it can do is what's really staggering. We're way past asking for simple code snippets. It generates full production-grade modules. You can feed it the most complex, awful-looking stack traces, and it'll help you debug. You can actually brainstorm system design with it. And, this is a personal favorite, you can point it at a massive, tangled-up legacy codebase, and it'll help you understand it in minutes. It's incredible.
Okay, so let's move on. If ChatGPT is your senior engineer, then our next tool, GitHub Copilot Workspace, is like your own personal automated project factory. This thing changes the entire game when it comes to the development lifecycle. That's the magic phrase right there, from idea to commit. Copilot is so much more than just autocomplete now. It basically orchestrates the whole process of building something new. You give it an idea, and it turns that idea into a fully coded, tested, and ready-to-go feature. And the workflow is just smooth. You describe what you want to build. It lays out a plan. Then it generates all the code, writes the tests for that code, and even debugs itself to make sure the tests pass. And the end result? A perfectly packaged commit ready for you to merge. It's wild.
So, who is this for? Well, if you're at a startup, if you're a solo dev, or if your main goal is to prototype and ship features at absolute warp speed, Copilot Workspace was practically built for you. It's all about moving fast.
But what if pure speed isn't the only thing that matters? What if what you really need is deep understanding, clarity, and maintainable code? Well, that brings us to our third tool, Claude AI. It has totally mastered its role as the code reasoning engine. This is the absolute heart of what makes Claude special. You go to Claude when the why is just as critical as the what. Its ability to reason about code is frankly unmatched right now, which makes it perfect for those really complex, thorny problems. So what does that look like in the real world? It means Claude can digest enormous code bases and actually get how all the parts connect. It will suggest code that is clean, idiomatic, and easy to maintain. It writes some of the best documentation I've ever seen from an AI. And with its artifacts feature, you can literally build and run little apps right inside the chat window. Okay, so when do you use ChatGPT versus Claude? Let me just simplify it for you. Think generation versus reasoning. When you need to generate production-ready code and you need it fast, you reach for ChatGPT. When you need to deeply understand or explain some complex logic, you reach for Claude. You really need both in your toolkits. All right, our next tool changes things up because it's not just a chat window. It's the environment where you actually write your code. Meet Cursor, which isn't just an editor. It's an AI-native IDE that is fully aware of your entire project. And that's the genius of it. It feels instantly familiar, just like VS Code, but under the hood, it's got this powerful AI brain that doesn't just see the one file you have open. No, it sees and understands the entire project. All the dependencies, the style guides, everything. And that project-level understanding unlocks some amazing abilities. You can tell it to refactor a function, and it'll intelligently edit the whole file, respecting all the surrounding code. It can build out the scaffolding for new features based on how your project is already structured, and it can handle huge project-wide refactoring jobs in minutes, stuff that used to take us days of tedious work. Last but not least, our fifth tool is all about deep integration. If you are a developer working anywhere inside the Google ecosystem, Gemini is an absolute powerhouse. It's basically become essential. Gemini's superpower is its home field advantage. The magic comes from how deeply and natively it's baked into Google's tools. If you're building Android apps, are using Firebase, or deploying on Google Cloud, its workflow is it's unbeatable. So what does this mean for you? You can analyze and squash bugs that span your entire application stack. You can generate really high-quality UI components for Android and Flutter. You can manage your Google Cloud and Firebase services just by talking to it in natural language. It's a massive productivity boost for anyone in that world.
So let's wrap this all up. Here's your cheat sheet. You've got ChatGPT, your 24/7 AI senior engineer. You've got Copilot, your end-to-end project factory. There's Claude AI, your code reasoning engine. You've got Cursor, the intelligent IDE that understands your whole project, and Gemini, the ecosystem powerhouse for all things Google. The real skill is knowing which one to grab for the job at hand.
And I want to be crystal clear about this. These are not optional upgrades anymore. They're not just nice to haves. In 2025, using these tools is what's going to separate the good programmers from the truly elite programmers. This is the new standard. The big takeaway here is simple. Stop wasting your brainpower writing boilerplate code. Let the AI do that. Your job is to focus on the hard stuff, the architecture, the creative problem solving. It's time to stop just writing code and start building smarter. So, I'll leave you with this question. After seeing all of this, which one of these powerful AI tools are you going to start working into your daily workflow? Like, right now. Seriously, think about it. The future of our jobs is already here.